Okay, welcome back. We are at Daytona, 100 laps with stock cars, 600 horsepower, covered soft tires. The NAGT6, this is the way we like to do it. It's been a while since we've done a video, so we apologize for that, but we're going to get some done up today and loaded up. This happened a couple weeks ago. This is our GTPlanet sponsored race for NAGT6 pre-season for season 2. So we had a couple new drivers out and some consistent drivers. Let's start with the top of the grid with Bud is Good back, showing a good standing in first, Reflex in second. Mustard Addict, who got off GTPlanet, he come out tonight to race with us along with Pichon in fourth and Mustard Boss in fifth, who had come offline because it was an open lobby. And Trinor, once again, our champion from season 1, and driver 60, who come out tonight, and Dexter White in 8th. So we got 8 drivers, 100 laps. Let's get this thing rolling. There we go. So 100 laps here could be quite a long race. The drivers are basically going to stick together here in a pack. I would imagine the guys were out testing tuning earlier just to get a little bit of speed, but they're looking for a good handling car because when the tires wear out on these, you get a little bit loose if you're running a real fast qualifying setup. So there's a balance between running between fast setups and loose setups, so you want to get it right. Let's take a look at another driver here. Mustard Addict, who did real well this race, driving the Dinger car. We got a Red Bull out. Let's bring some information up, times and laps. Triner in the back working with driver 60, Pichon and Reflex and Dexter. Good little pack up front. Driver 6 are lagging back a little bit. Trinor, see him back here trying to work on driver's draft. What we'll do here is we'll cover just the first part of this race, and then we'll see what's going on in the middle, and then we'll get to the end. 100 laps is quite a bit to record and upload, so we won't get too crazy. Everybody knows how Daytona works. You pretty much just try to stick with the lead pack to keep yourself in contention for the end. Avoid the wrecks that will happen. There's usually 1 or 2 major wrecks. Usually drivers are expecting a big wreck at first, and then hopefully survive that wreck, and then team up with somebody who's working with you, and then go for the win. Trinor out the 48 car. This is different, as well as Reflex got the 42. Guys are changing it up, trying different cars, see what they like, because there are no driver sign-ups or teams or sponsorships yet, but it will be coming. So it's open cars as of right now. NAGT6 was on GTPlanet with the thread, trying to get some drivers out, sponsored, get more guys into the series. The guys are hoping to run 1 point, good solid 14 field. 14 drivers in the field is what we're looking at, getting at. Those are good solid numbers. Have a consistency about 5 or 6 drivers. This goes into season 2, which will be one of the longer seasons NAGT6 has run, even with NAGT5 before. We're going to be racing quite a few race nights. I believe it's 10 race nights. 2 races a night. Doing a road and then an oval every night, Monday night, 8 Eastern. So if you are watching this video and you are on Gran Turismo 6, Monday nights, 8 Eastern, come on out, we'll be racing. Get out early, show that you're good drivers, so the league owners are confident in your ability. They'll put you in the race, but if you tend to come to the last second with the flags thrown, you will be kicked, just because you're not quite sure who you are. It's nothing personal. Just to give a recap of really what happens in this race, his driver kind of falls off a little bit early, and NRZ is fast, but he eventually slows, can't keep with the lead pack, ends up causing a couple wrecks and some problems. I want to give a shout out to Big Fat, who was unable to make this race tonight. There's your first wreck there, NRZ. Getting into the grass a little bit. Toronto got himself up to third. Let's go ahead and skip up a few laps. Lap 6, 8. Let's take a look at the tires. Fuel, you run out of fuel before you run out of tires. Reflex and Trinor working at high line. Bud Dexter on the bottom here. Oh, nope, they're single file up on the high side. Driver's struggling a little bit. He is a controller driver, you can tell by the way the car's handling. Skip a few laps here. You can see the back of the pack is starting to fade away here now. The driver, Michonne, losing the pack. In for some pits here. Probably be looking at lap 35 or 36 for pit. Sean and NRZ are in early into the pits. Trinor making this pit entry. Last lap he got in, he got a little confused and lost control of the vehicle and got a drive through. Now he's in the pits. And you're going to see leaders here coming around turn 4. You see probably most of these guys going into the pits. 4 tire change, full tank of gas. Bud and driver. Alright, let's skip ahead. So lap 35, so probably around lap 70 for the next pits. Let's see what happens. So you can see we lost a couple drivers. Michonne is quit, retired, along with driver. Mustard Addict still with it, and NRZ still with it as well. Let's get to lap 90 and watch the last 10 laps of this race. Well, let's go with 95. And you can see NRZ has given up. He's parked the car. Reflex, Dexter, Bud, Mustard are in contention with Trinor, a lap down. He had a problem in the pits, put him back a little bit. So let's get to the last lap and see what happens. Everybody's really low on fuel, as you can see, so they're wondering if they're going to be able to make this back stretch. A lot of guys are halfway on the throttle, trying to make sure they don't drain that tank. Here we go, turn 4. Coming up on the last lap, these guys are really low on fuel. Bud's looking a lot better than the rest of the guys. Let's have a look at Dexter. He's down. Reflex is down. Dexter's got just a little bit more than Reflex. They're gonna have enough to get through. Drivers are nervous right now. Crew chiefs are wondering if they're gonna have enough. I'm telling the drivers just to watch the throttle, just to kind of lay off a little bit. This is it. It's time to pin it. It's make it or break. Bud's working with Dexter, gives him a little bit of push. Dexter out front. Dexter can win this. This would be his first Daytona win in the series. Reflex trying to get low. He's going to work with Bud. He's going to try it himself. Bang, just like that. Dexter White wins the Daytona 500. This happened Thursday before the actual Daytona 500, so Dexter White is our 500 champion for Season 2 NAGT6 of the GTPlanet sponsored race. Congratulations to Dexter winning his first Daytona. Bud, then Reflex, Mustard Addict, and Trinor. There's your top 5. Thanks for watching. That was a good race.